Lecture number 2. What is the motivation to use a computer network? I mean, if we are not going to make a network. अब ये एक question है हमारे पास कि जी motivation क्या है इस particular subject को पढ़ने की. If we do not have a network, अगर हम एक computer network या एक human network नहीं बनाते, then what is the disadvantage of that? It's very simple and it's very obvious. If you do not have a computer network, you cannot share the resources. That's a very basic idea that you have to understand. And if somebody asks you that, what is the advantage of computer network? I mean, you are going to spend a lot of money of buying computers, and then you are going to buy spend a lot of money to buy switches, routers, and then repeaters, hubs. You are going to install them, then you are going to lay down the transmission media, you are going to connect them, right? And then you are going to make a network, और फिर आप उसको on करते हैं. And then what is the advantage of that? The advantage is, the motivation behind this particular thing is, actually you are doing all these things because you want to make it easy, or you want to share the resources, you want to share the data, you want to share something that is not been possible on a single computer. For that reason you are going to make a network. I am talking about a LAN, local area network. कि आपने एक लैब बनाई, उसके अंदर कंप्यूटर्स को शेयर कर दिया. That could be the possibility कि you can buy 40 computers and you can place them inside a lab and you are not going to connect them, right? 40 computers आपके पड़े हुए हैं, individually they are running, the Windows is installed onto each and every computer, and students are coming, they are sitting on the computers, they do have all the softwares which are being installed onto that particular computers, they are using them, and after completing their work they may left the office, or sorry, lab. There must not be any problem. But the thing is, why we are going to connect them and why we are going to make a network? The reason is, the basic reason of this making a network is to sharing the resources. And yesterday I have told you that what I mean by the resources. Resources are, your data is a very big resource, your printers, your peripherals, which are of high cost. You cannot purchase 100 or 40 printers for individual computers. You must have to purchase a single computer, that is called as a network printer. Implement it over a network, and then everybody who is in the network can use that particular computer, right? That's the motivation for this particular subject, right? Then we have the resource sharing. I just have discussed with you शेयरिंग अ पैरिफेरल डिवाइसेस सच एज प्रिंटर और अ डिस्क. आपको पता है कि आपकी हार्ड ड्राइव जो है वो भी नेटवर्क ड्राइव होती है आपके पास. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज नेटवर्क ड्राइव. And if that is going to be shared over a network, every student or every person who is the part of the network can share his data over that particular drive, right? So we do have certain sort of peripherals which are being called as the network devices, which are being called as the network peripherals, जिसमें आपके पास online printers आ जाते हैं, you do have the scanners, you do have certain sort of hard drives which are network drive, and you are going to install them, and everybody who is going to be the part of that particular network can utilize those particular resources, right? Then sharing a large scale computational power, because computers were extremely expensive. The government budgets were not sufficient to provide computers for all scientists and engineers. Now see, nowadays you people are very much familiar with the term cloud computing, right? I think you people have heard about clouds, Microsoft Azure, we do have Google, we do have Facebook. Okay, I have told you regarding the sharing of resources, sorry, not sharing of resources, yes, cloud computing. Let's suppose nowadays every organization, to say that like Yahoo, Amazon, these are the different companies who are going to make their own clouds, right? And in those particular clouds, what they are going to do, they are going to provide different sort of services. Now let's suppose, being a researcher or being a student, you want to run your program on a very high-end machine, right? That you cannot purchase. Normally you do not have the capacity to purchase that particular machine. Then what to do? Let's suppose you want to execute certain sort of MATLAB code, certain sort of Python code, which requires a high-end processing power, and it might require a high-end connectivity, right? For that reason, what you have to do, you have to buy a particular machine on a rent from that particular cloud. ठीक है, आप क्या करते हैं कि यू आर गोइंग टू बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेसिंग पावर, दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टोरेज स्पेस और दैट पर्टिकुलर आई मीन टू से दैट मशीन फ्रॉम अ क्लाउड on an hourly basis. Okay, let's suppose for 3 months, for 1 month, your company has bought or bought that particular machine on rent from a cloud. They would be giving you the access of that particular machine for that particular time period, and definitely they would be charging from you guys. I mean, let's suppose you are working in a company और आपकी कंपनी वहां से रेंट के ऊपर कोई मशीन की प्रोसेसिंग परचेज करती है या उसकी स्टोरेज परचेज करती है, तो अल्टीमेटली they have to pay for that particular resource that they have rented so far, right? So this is again what, this is again the sharing of the resources. Without networks you cannot share the resources. ठीक है, अगर आपने कहीं से क्लाउड की कोई मशीन परचेज आई मीन रेंट की है, तो अल्टीमेटली यू आर पेइंग फॉर दैट, बट मेक श्योर टू एक्सेस दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग or to access that particular service, you must have a very good internet connection. If you do not have an good internet connection, you cannot access that particular resource, right? Anyways, then we have another topic that is called as growth of the internet. Now, from where your internet has been started, US Department of Defense Advanced Research Project Agency ARPA started ARPANET project. Actually आपका internet start कहाँ से हुआ था? That is the company that is a US based military organization that is called as an ARPANET. And what is the full form of ARPA? Advanced Research Project Agency. And that company, actually that military organizations want to communicate between multiple sites inside a US. I mean, like let's take an example that there are different bases of military peoples inside a single country. Like in Pakistan, we do have different sort of bases. One is Karachi, another is Islamabad, third one is Rawalpindi. And at that time, US military have certain sort of bases, and they must want to have certain sort of mechanism through which they can communicate between these 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different bases, कि वो communicate कर सकें between the people who are being placed at the different places or on to those particular bases. For that, what they have done, they have thought that we should have to design some sort of network through which our military people can communicate, right? So the early internet emerged in 1970s. ठीक है, ये आपके पास 1970s की बात है. ARPANET ने एक मिलिट्री ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जिन्होंने डिसाइड किया और एक नेटवर्क बनाया. नाउ एट दैट टाइम वी डोंट नो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ नेटवर्क इट वुड बी, बिकॉज देयर वाज नो कंप्यूटर और समथिंग लाइक दैट. दे हैव डिजाइंड मे बी अ टेलीफोनिक नेटवर्क और व्हाट इट कुड बी, बट दे कैन कम्युनिकेट बाय यूजिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क. सो हैज grown drastically since then. Now I can show you this particular graph. I think that is visible to all of you. This graph is going to represent certain sort of sites. On the y-axis, you can see the sites, how many sites which are being connected after after implementing the internet, and on the horizontal axis you can see the years. ठीक है, आपके पास horizontal axis के ऊपर you can see there are different years, then how as soon as the year passes आपके पास किस तरह से internet जो है वो evolve हुआ है. Now starting from 81 it was very, there is a very less user connectivity of internet. From 83 to 85, 87, from 1995 it is drastically increased, and the number of sites that has been, the number of users that are being increased from 0 million to 175 million peoples, right? You can see in this particular diagram that in 2003 आपके पास 2003 तक का ये जो डेटा है उसमें आपके पास इतनी साइट्स कनेक्टेड हो चुकी थी, and such number of peoples are using an internet at that particular day. But nowadays, if we think that there are a lot of people who are using internet, and there are multiple sites which are being connected through an internet, right? So this was the data that was taken up to 2003, and the drastic increase of an internet site is from 1995 to onwards, right? Then this is the logarithmic graph in which you can see, previous ग्राफ के अंदर अगर आप देखें तो 1961 से 1995 तक you cannot see any change. I mean on the x-axis you cannot see any change, but this is a normal graph. It doesn't show actually आपके पास data increase हुआ, आपके पास internet का usage बढ़ा, but it cannot be shown in this particular graph. But if we are going to take the next version of this particular graph, that is in the logarithmic form, you can see how your data or how your internet usage is going to be increased from 1981 to 2003. ठीक है जी, आपके पास वो increase हो रहा है and it is highest at when it becomes 2003. ठीक है, so this is going to show you how your internet and is going to be the usage of internet is going to be increased from previous years to the latest years, right? So this is the basic idea that can be shown using this particular graph. Now, a very important two things or the two applications which might be used to probe the internet. ठीक है जी, I mean whensoever you are sitting over an internet and you want to check whether my computer is working or not, the basic thing that you must know how I can check the internet is working or not, that particular application is being called as ping command or a ping program. Ping stands for Packet Internet Goofer. What? Packet Internet Goofer, right? Ping is a statement or a command that you have to put at your command line, and then by giving space you have to give the particular IP address or particular website that you want to ping. अब actually ping होता क्या है या ping काम कैसे करता है? Ping is actually going to check whether the for which computer you are pinging, whether it is the part of a network or not. Now let's take an example of software department. We do have a lab 6 or lab 5. You are sitting in the lab and you have 40 computers inside your lab, right? What you are going to do, you are sitting on computer number 3 and you want to check whether the computer number 5 or 6 is working or not. What you have to do, you have to ping that particular computer. Now ping, how you should ping, you must know the command, that is ping space. You have to give the IP address of that particular computer. If you know that, आपको पिंग करने के लिए या तो उसका डोमेन नेम पता होना चाहिए या फिर आपका उसको IP एड्रेस पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है? If you do not know any one of them, you cannot do this. You cannot, if you do not know any of them, you cannot proceed with the ping command, right? Either you must be knowing the IP address of the computer who is on the network, or you must be knowing the domain name of that particular website or for that particular computer. ठीक है जी, so that is how you are going to work with the ping command. Okay, are you watching my screen right now? Command prompt open की है, सबको नजर आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
on command prompt I have to write dot, I have to come back like this. Now on the C prompt I have to write ping 192.168.0.1. Now do you think you just have to understand that 192.168.0.1 is an IP address that belongs to some computer over the internet. Yesterday I have told you two things. One thing I have told you that the MAC address always being used inside a local area network and your IP address is always being used over an internet, right? तो अब अगर मैं ping 192.168.0.1 करता हूं and I'm going to enter, just see the response to that particular command. Right? Can you see what happens to this particular, after executing this particular command? You can see pinging 192.168.0.1 with 32 bytes of data and you are getting the response request timeout, the 4 request timeout we have got so far, and ping statistics for 192.168.0.1 is packet sent 4, receive 0, lost for 100% loss. This means that that particular computer is not connected over the network. I mean, I don't know this IP belongs to which computer, but this is confirmed that this computer is not over the network. ठीक है, अब मैं करता हूं ping www.mute.edu.pk. Okay, have you seen the different response from the previous response, right? Now in this particular situation, what we have, we are actually pinging mute.edu.pk, that is the domain name of Mehran University website, right? What you have got, the IP address belongs to mute website is 104.25.199.22. अब ये IP जो है ये mute को belong करती है, mute website को, with 32 bytes of data. I mean 32 bytes of data packets have been sent from my computer to Mehran University website. ठीक है, उसको ping करने के लिए आप क्या करते हैं, 32 bytes के 4 पैकेट्स आप सेंड करते हैं. You are going to send 4 packets of data of each one of 32 bytes in order to probe or check whether that particular website or whether that particular computer is over the network or not. Now, in response, what you are getting reply from 104.25.199.22. This is an IP address of the computer who is IP address of a server where the mute website mute जहां पे आपके पास uploaded है उसकी server के ऊपर, right? उसका server the address of that particular server is 104.25.199.22 and bytes received 32, time is 55 milliseconds and TTL is 56. Now, this is very important to understand. What does IP का तो आपको पता चल गया. अब ये जो आपके पास bytes है ना, these are the 32 byte one packet, right? There are 4 packets are going to be sent from the source to the destination. Source कौन सी है? It's my computer. And what is the definition? What is the destination? Destination is mute.edu.pk server where that particular website is going to be hosted, right? Now, what is going to be happen next byte 32 के बाद हमारे पास क्या है? There's time equals to 55 millisecond. Now that time is round trip time, RTT. Now, if you do have the copy and paste, you must have to write these terms because these terms are not being listed in the slides. तो ये चीजें आपको याद रखने के लिए you must have to write them in your copy on your page, right? Round trip time is 55 millisecond and the other term that is being used is called as TTL. TTL stands for time to live. अब इन दोनों के दरमियान मैं आपको डिफरेंस बता रहा हूं. You have to understand very clearly. Round trip time is the time that is being required by the packet to received at the receiver's end and then the response that is coming back from that particular server to the sender. That particular time is being called as a RTT, right? Now, for that particular time, I mean how much time it is being required to send the data to a particular receiver and from receiver to the receiver और receiver से वापस आते हुए हमें कितना टाइम लगा, जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं राउंड ट्रिप टाइम. राइट नाउ हाउ मच इट इज 55 मिलीसेकंड. आई मीन मैंने यहां से पिंग किया, मेरे पिंग को जाते हुए म्यूट की वेबसाइट के ऊपर या जहां पे वो होस्टेड है सर्वर, उसको 55 मिलीसेकंड्स लगे और वापस वो मेरे पास आ गया इसी टाइम के. सो राउंड ट्रिप टाइम आपके पास क्या होता है? द टाइम रिक्वायर्ड, I mean the time that is required to be sent from your sender to the receiver and then the time that is the packet is being coming back from the receiver to the sender. The total time is called as your round trip time or you may call it as RTT. अब आ जाएं time to live के ऊपर. अब time to live आपके पास क्या होता है? TTL is a value that has been assigned when your data is going out from your computer, right? And that is a time for which your data has to be received at the receiver's end. In between, अगर ये आपके पास TTL की वैल्यू 0 हो जाती है, your data, it means that your data has been lost on the way or your data is not being received at the receiver's end. Your sender has to resend that data again. Now see, let's suppose TTL for the first packet is 56 milliseconds or 56. अब जैसे ही आपका डेटा आपके नेटवर्क आपके कंप्यूटर से निकलेगा, ultimately it has to follow certain routers and switches or certain sort of intermediary devices, and then it would be reaching to the destination, or it would be reaches to the destination, right? Now as soon as it is going to pass from each device, that value is going to be reduced by 1. Let's suppose मेरे कंप्यूटर से निकलने के बाद वो आपके पास एक राउटर के पास गया, तो आपके पास TTL की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी 55. नेक्स्ट राउटर के पास गया, इट बिकम्स 54. नेक्स्ट स्विच के पास गया, इट बिकम्स 53 एंड सो ऑन until it reaches to the destination, right? अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अगर तो इस 56 टाइम के अंदर वो पहुंच जाता है डेस्टिनेशन तक, दिस मीन्स दैट दैट्स फाइन. बट इफ your data is not being reached within that particular time, within that particular TTL, that data is supposed to be lost. I mean, we or your network has to suppose that your data has some problem, it is unable to be reached at the destination, so it is the responsibility of the sender to send the data again. This is what the TTL word or the TTL term means. ठीक है जी. तो अब आपको you must be clear that कि what is the difference between round trip time and your time to live. They both are looking like very much similar, but they do have totally different meanings, right? So after that we are getting 4 echo replies from the sender, from the receiver, and this means that there are 4 bytes has been sent to the receiver, and we have been received the equal 4 replies from the receiver. This means that your data has been received at the receiver's end. So ping statistics for 104.25.199.22 is packet sent equals to 4, received equals to 4, loss 0, that is 0% loss. Approximate round trip time in milliseconds would be minimum is 55 millisecond, maximum is 55 millisecond, and average is 55 millisecond. So this is how your ping command is going to work. I mean, this is अब हमारे पास ये response आ गया. This means that mute.edu.pk is alive, and you can send and receive data from this particular website or from this particular server. I have ping yahoo.com. Okay, next very important thing is ping 127.0.0.1. ये जो 127.0.0.1 है ना, this is called as your loop back address. What it is called? It is called a loop back address. Now see, you are sitting on your computer and you want to check whether your computer is over the network or not. I mean, right now you are using your computer, you don't know whether your LAN card is working or not or something like that. Then what you have to do? You have to check with this particular IP address. अगर आपने अपने कंप्यूटर की I mean connectivity check करनी है कि whether this is over the network or not, you have to ping 127.0.0.1. I mean you are pinging yourself, right? अब आप जैसे ही इसको क्लिक करेंगे तो आप लोग अपने तरफ भी ट्राई करें इस चीज को, ठीक है? यू वुड बी गेटिंग 4 इको रिप्लाईज फ्रॉम योर साइड. अब इसमें चीज इंपॉर्टेंट देखने की ये है कि व्हाट इज द राउंड ट्रिप टाइम. What is, can you tell me what is the round trip time for this particular probe messages?
0 millisecond.
0. Why it is 0 millisecond?
सर क्योंकि हम ये खुद पे ही ट्राई कर रहे हैं, यानी जो हमारा अपना नेटवर्क है, यानी
हमारी जो रिक्वेस्ट है वो सर्वर पे जा ही नहीं रही. आई मीन लेट्स सपोज म्यूट का सर्वर कहीं पे कराची में पड़ा हुआ है या म्यूट में पड़ा हुआ है, उसको पहुंचने के लिए अल्टीमेटली इट रिक्वायर्स 55 मिलीसेकंड्स, राइट? लेकिन अगर मैं अपने ही कंप्यूटर को टेस्ट कर रहा हूं और उसकी रिक्वेस्ट जाएगी और विद इन मिली सेकंड वो वापस आ जाएगी, तो इट रिक्वायर्स लेस देन 1 मिली सेकंड, दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 0 मिली सेकंड. दैट इज व्हाई योर राउंड ट्रिप टाइम इज 0 milliseconds. I mean, we must not have to worry about time to live. Time to live is a value that has been decided by the sender computer. ठीक है, उसने एक वैल्यू डिसाइड कर दी कि इस टाइम के अंदर अंदर आपका जो डेटा है वो आपके डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंच जाना चाहिए. अगर वो इस टाइम के अंदर नहीं पहुंचा, I mean if it is not been received during that particular time, तो I have to discard that particular packet. Right? That is the main reason to define the value TTL. Now see, in the upper in the upper ping command जहां पे मैंने ping yahoo.com लिखा था, over there the TTL value is 250 and in this particular scenario the TTL value is 128. If I am pinging, let's suppose ping, कुछ बताएं मुझे कोई भी, facebook.com, let's suppose, is it responding? Yes, because Facebook is live, right? It is responding. And what is the TTL? The TTL value is 250. And what is the time, round trip time? That is 112 millisecond. But make sure this is varies. This is going to be varied from different packets. आपके first packet का जो round trip time है, that is 112 millisecond. For the second is 105. For the third 107, and for the fourth is 106 millisecond. Why it is different? Because we are going to send 4 different probe packets to the destination. And उस response को आने में जितना time हर packet का लगेगा, that would be the round trip time for that particular packet. Then this is all about regarding the ping command. Then I would like to tell you okay, what is the disadvantage of ping command? अब देखें ping तो आपने पढ़ लिया कि what is packet internet goofer, how it works. Now problem with the ping command is ping cannot tell the reason of the problem. I mean, what is the problem? Why it is not responding? That would not be explained by the ping command, right? It just tell you, it is just going to tell you that request timeout, destination unreachable, or something like that. But it would not tell you which router is not working, which destination is not working, which switch is not working. That is not going to be explained by this particular command. Some networks or computers rejects the ping packets or something like that. Actually होता क्या है कि आप, let's suppose if you want to launch some type of attack on any computer, right? What you have to do, you are going to send a multiple set of requests to that particular computer. अब आप मुझे ये बताएं, पिंग आपके पास क्या करता है? 4 bytes of data send करता है from source to destination. अब let's suppose एक सर्वर है mute.edu.pk. Definitely that is a website that has been hosted to some server. ऐसा ही होगा ना, म्यूट की वेबसाइट हवा में तो नहीं होगी, अल्टीमेटली किसी ना किसी सर्वर के ऊपर वेब होस्टिंग हुई होगी उसकी, ठीक है? अब जैसे ही आप उसको पिंग करेंगे, आपके 4 bytes गए। अब आप क्या करें कि जी मेहरान यूनिवर्सिटी के 5000 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, लेट्स सपोज दीज 5000 एट अ सेम टाइम, वो कहेंगे कि जी 10 बजे दिन के वी आर सिटिंग ऑन टू आवर इंडिविजुअल कंप्यूटर्स, वी आर गोइंग टू सेंड पिंग कमांड एट द सेम टाइम टू दैट पर्टिकुलर सर्वर, ठीक है? सबने लिखा पिंग स्पेस mute.edu.pk। जैसे ही 5000 स्टूडेंट्स ने पिंग किया, तो व्हाट यू थिंक, एवरी स्टूडेंट कैन सेंड 4 पैकेट्स ऑफ डेटा। अब 4 को आप मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं 5000 से, 20,000 पैकेट्स जैसे ही आपके पास सेंड होंगे और रिसीव होंगे वहां पे, तो इट वुड स्टॉप वर्किंग। आपके सर्वर की एक कैपेसिटी होती है, इट इज गोइंग टू रिस्पॉन्ड कि कितने यूजर्स को वो साइमल्टेनियसली रिस्पॉन्ड कर सकता है। मे बी उसकी कैपेसिटी 5000 यूजर्स की हो या 10,000 यूजर्स की हो, लेकिन जब उसके पास 50,000 यूजर्स की रिक्वेस्ट जाएंगी, इट विल, आई मीन टू से दैट, वो समझ ही नहीं पाएगा कि व्हाट आई हैव टू डू। आई मीन समवन हैज लॉन्च्ड एन अटैक, और अब होगा क्या कि इट इज अनएबल टू रिस्पॉन्ड यू बैक एंड द सर्वर गेट्स डाउन, एंड व्हेन द सर्वर गेट्स डाउन, actually hacker अपने काम में कामयाब हो गया। I mean, he is happy that he has downed that particular server by launching this type of attack. This sort of attack is called as denial of service, जिसे हम कहते हैं DOS attack. Is that clear? And it is always been launched by using a ping command. Then what we have to do, अब काफी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर क्या करते हैं, नेटवर्क एडमिन्स क्या करते हैं, आपकी पिंग कमांड को ब्लॉक कर देते हैं। I mean, let's suppose I am the network administrator of Mehran University. In my ICPC, what I have to do, I will be blocked. I'm going to block the ping command कि मेरे पास जो भी ping request आएंगी ना, they would not be translated or transferred into the server. वो आपके पास पास ऑन ही नहीं होंगी, वो बाहर फायरवॉल के ऊपर वहां पे ब्लॉक कर दूंगा उसको मैं। तो अब होगा क्या कि let's suppose if you want to check the connectivity of a computer who is inside an ICPC of Mehran University, तो पिंग पता ही नहीं है, वो वहां से रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं आपको आएगा। जब रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आएगा तो यू वुड बी सेइंग दैट कि दिस कंप्यूटर इज नॉट वर्किंग, बट एक्चुअली दैट इज वर्किंग। तो फॉर दैट रीजन पिंग इज नॉट सूटेबल कमांड फॉर ऑल द नेटवर्क्स, ठीक है? लेट्स सपोज मैंने अपनी सिक्योरिटी बहुत हाई, मेरे नेटवर्क की सिक्योरिटी बहुत हाई है, तो मैंने क्या किया, पिंग को ब्लॉक कर दिया है। और अगर मेरे नेटवर्क के अंदर किसी ने कंप्यूटर की कनेक्टिविटी चेक करनी है, तो वो जैसे ही पिंग करेगा तो ही विल बी गेटिंग द डेस्टिनेशन अनरीचेबल और सम सॉर्ट ऑफ मैसेज for any reason he would not be reaching to the network or reaching to the computer. So what I assume that this computer is not connected, but actually that is not the case. Computer is connected, it is working properly, there must not be any problem, but due to the security issue the network admin has blocked that particular command. वो command जो है वो उस network के अंदर आ ही नहीं सकती. So for that reason you would be getting this message. To overcome that particular issue we do have a statement that is called as trace route command. अब इसको मैं जल्दी से आपको बता देता हूं. Trace route is going to is same like ping command, but it is actually going to overcome the problem that is being with the ping command. Trace route क्या करता है? Trace route actually आपके पास जो भी in between paths की devices आ रही होती हैं उन सब को probe करता है और चेक कर रहा होता है कि whether it is working properly or not. If any one of them is not working properly, it is going to say that that particular device is not working properly. Now see, look at this particular diagram. Can you see this diagram right now on my screen? Right, probing the internet, tracing a route. ठीक है, अब इसमें आपके पास क्या है कि you are going to say that trace route to patch.mit.edu that IP address is 18.181.0.31. ठीक है, आपने इसको trace route command को जैसे ही execute किया, there are 40 byte of packets are going and you are saying the different 9 commands from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. What does it mean? It means that Cisco 1 is a router on the way to this particular communication. ठीक है, मैंने एक let's suppose छोड़ दें इसको MIT को traceroute.mu.edu.pk इसको मैंने trace route किया. ठीक है, trace RT जिसे हम कहते हैं. जैसे ही मैंने किया तो इन बिटवीन मेहरान यूनिवर्सिटी के और मेरे जितने भी राउटर्स और स्विचेस होंगे ना, they all are being listed and that command is going to probe each device by sending 3 packets. And if you are getting the response from that particular 3 packets, this means that that device is working properly. If you can see Cisco 01, this is the router that can come across first time to this particular command. अब इसके अंदर उसने क्या किया है? They have sent 3 probe packets. I mean this is round trip time RTT. अब उसने 3 probe packets send किए 2 millisecond, 1 millisecond and 2 millisecond. This means that you have get response. The first response you have received 2 millisecond, the second one is 1 millisecond and the third one is in 2 millisecond. In the same way आपके पास second जो statement है ये कोई और router है उसका भी उसने आपको बता दिया 2 millisecond, 1 millisecond and 1 millisecond के अंदर response आ रहा है. This means that all these devices are being sent with 3 probe packets and you are getting the round trip time for each packet. I mean सब के सब आपके पास receive हो रहे हैं. If you see the fourth one, you might see 14 milliseconds, 14 milliseconds and 12 milliseconds and so on. Finally आप 9th पे आ जाएं, 9th वाले device के ऊपर. That is actually your MIT.edu server where that particular website is hosted. वहां पे आपके पास पहला जो probe packet है that has been received in 62 milliseconds. Second में आपको static लगा हुआ नजर आ रहा होगा and third one is 79 milliseconds. This means that the first and third probe packets are being received properly. There must not be any issue. But the second one probe packet is not being received due to any issue, due to conjunction, due to packet error, whatsoever the error is, that is not being received. This means that that host is not reachable, right? आपके पास किसी भी इन बिटवीन सर्वर्स में या राउटर्स में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम कहां पे है? आपका जो मेन सर्वर है जहां पे वेबसाइट आपकी होस्टेड है वहां पे आपके पास जो आपने राउंड ट्रिप टाइम दिया, आपने 3 पैकेट सेंड किए, इन रिस्पॉन्स आपको 2 का तो रिस्पॉन्स आ गया बट यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ द सेकेंड पैकेट. दिस मीन्स दैट देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम विथ यूर MIT.edu server. So you have to probe it, you have to check it, either there is some problem with that particular server or whatsoever the problem is, you have to resolve it and then it would be working properly. Now, what is the difference? The difference is in ping command, you are just getting request timeout if your receiver is not responding. But when we are talking about a trace route command, you would be getting a complete hierarchy. I mean how your message is traveling from first device to the last device. ठीक है, उस पूरी की पूरी हायरार्की आ जाती है कि जो भी इन बिटवीन आपकी डिवाइसेस थी उनको वो चेक करता हुआ आएगा कि हर डिवाइस आपकी वर्किंग प्रॉपरली कर रही है नहीं कर रही। तो आप राउंड ट्रिप टाइम के जरिए देख सकते हैं कि हर एक के ऊपर 3 मैसेजेस सेंड किए गए, तीनों रिसीव हुए। दिस मींस दैट all the devices are working properly. I mean, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Up to eighth, you would be getting all 3 messages back, 59 milliseconds, 34 milliseconds and 33 milliseconds. But when we are talking about the last one, ninth पे आके क्या हुआ है कि mit.edu का जो सर्वर था, that is the address is 18.181.0.31, वहां पे क्या हुआ है, वहां पे आपका फर्स्ट पैकेट जो है, जो आपका राउंड ट्रिप टाइम उसका 62 मिली सेकेंड आया, आपने रिसीव कर लिया। बट द सेकेंड वन इज स्टैटिक, विद स्टैटिक। दिस मींस दैट दैट पैकेट हैज बीन लॉस्ट और इट्स नॉट बीन रिसीव्ड एट द रिसीवर्स एंड, एंड द थर्ड वन इज अगेन रिसीव्ड। दिस मींस दैट देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम विथ योर MIT server. So this is how you are going to trace the problem over a network by using a trace route command. So summary पे आ जाएं, we are going to have a final conclusion over a summary. A resource sharing we have discussed so far today, growth of the internet, linear scale and log scale we have discussed so far, and then we have discussed tools for probing the internet. I mean ping and trace route command, how they are working, what is the advantage of ping, what is the advantage of trace route, what is RTT, what is TTL, and how it is working in each and everything. Now what you people have to do, you have to do it yourself at your end. आप अपने वे से करें. These are the general knowledges. I mean general knowledge की चीजें हैं ये. आप आगे कहीं पे भी जाएंगे तो आपको ये पता होनी चाहिए जी पिंग क्या होता है, trace route क्या होता है, and what are the other commands that are being used over the network to check the connectivity and all these things, right?